Hi, I'm Duncan King, and I'm a senior at Garfield High School. I'd like to give a shout out to my football team and my coaches. It's often hard to understand what it means for a school to be underfunded. Cutbacks in arts or science programs are almost intangible impacts, waved away as long as the core classes remain offered. But there are consequences of underfunding. Consequences that any student at my school, Garfield High School in Seattle's Central District, can attest to. Garfield is a crowded school. Its extensive AP curriculum, nationally acclaimed music program, and strong sports teams draw students from throughout Seattle. With proper state funding, this wouldn't be an issue. Everyone could get the classes they wanted, but this is not the case. High school students in Washington are supposed to be offered 6 classes per semester. However, every year, 200 incoming Garfield freshmen, primarily male African American and Latino students, only receive 5. From the very beginning of their high school career, these students learn that their education is not valued the same as their peers. There is simply not enough money to give these students a seat in the classroom. While a massive setback, these students were still able to earn a diploma. Only 20 credits are needed to graduate high school in Washington State. So, assuming a near-perfect high school transcript with no failing grades or half-credit classes, these students could still graduate with their peers. Though the situation I've described is appalling in and of itself, it has been compounded by recent legislative action. Starting with the class of 2019, today's sophomores, students will need 24 credits to graduate. This means a full 6-period schedule without a single class failed, dropped, or spent as a teacher's assistant. No longer are these 200 students just being told their education is not valued as highly as their peers. They are being told that they cannot graduate. These students deserve better. They deserve to have the same educational opportunity as everyone else. Not only does the state need to provide them with the education that is their right, but it also needs to provide more funds for the 400 Garfield students that have already been put behind schedule on their way to graduation. Every school is different. But when schools are being underfunded by their state government, not just special interest classes and extracurriculars feel the pain. It's students, it's young men and young women being told that their education, their time, and their future is not valued by the state or by its leaders. I implore members of the Washington State Legislature to keep these students in mind and meet their constitutional obligation to fully fund education. Thank you.